Story-rich gothic RPG, master the rituals of an ancient spellbook, rise an undead army to march against your enemies, commune with the realm of the dead, and struggle with your descent into madness. Progress through secrecy, diplomacy, blackmail, coercion, and seduction until ready to reveal yourself. Ciao a tutti Marcello and welcome to a new first look video. Today we take a look at the Necromancer's Tale by Psychic Software and Spiderwinkle Games. I featured the game inside one of my keep an eye on it a while ago, to be honest. Now the game is finally a demo available on Steam, and you will find a link inside the description. We talk about a CRPG, Isometric CRPG with a tactical combat system and nice concept, nice storyline. We are a necromancer doing things a necromancer does. Anyway, we will go for a first look. Let's go. Demos from the start. Homecoming, hospital, and combat. Let's do from the start. Your character backstory, early career, and skills are chosen through an interaction fiction. This demo offers an abbreviation version of the interactive fiction, followed by a portion of the following Chapter 2, Homecoming, which deals with the event and intrigue after you arrive home for your father's funeral. In the year of our Lord 1701, the Republic of Venice went to war with the sovereign monarchy of Russia. This war was over passage rights through the Adriatic Sea. This point will be brought up when the word is discussed by a future historian. It was like the most wars, overstretched and too costly. Neither side could afford it, or nor would they back down. Many lives were lost, and whatever the outcome, each nation would nurse its wounds for some time. The war raged on for 6 years, draining both countries' resources, but the Republic of Venice was older than Rulston and had deeper pockets. In a war of attrition they would win, and both sides knew it. Three generals from Rulston, two brothers and a close friend came together to strategize and come up with nothing. They would not win this war. Desperation one reached out to a dark power and were told to make pilgrimage to Golgotha. With no other avenue, they spent 1 month sailing to the walls of Jerusalem, where they dug under cover of darkness. On the hill where the man named Jesus died, they made a figure, too old to identify as a man or woman. It offered them a book, an already ancient thing made of pale letters and filled with symbols that hurt their eyes to look upon. Full of dread for what they had seen and what they were about to do, they sailed for another month to get home. Things had gone badly in the time they were away. Soon they would have to surrender, and Ruston would fall into the clean. They cast his page open and chanted dark incantations, and Lord, did the dead walk upon the earth that night. Undead sailors hauled themselves into Venetian boats, soldiers dragged themselves from battlefields and clawed up from shallow graves to drive the Venetians from the land. The war was won. The Venetians could not fight Rulston's impossible numbers. They surrendered, the book was shut, and the dead were dead once again. The book was destroyed, but the world had noticed that Rulston had dark magic and no shame in using it. Many enemies without end within were burned that day. 3 years later, a child was born to one of the generals involved in unleashing the spell. Nice, now we can create a background story. A beautiful baby boy, a beautiful baby boy. I was beautiful. What were you named? A beautiful baby, you were Marcello. The night you were born, a blood moon hung low in the sky. There was a storm the night you were born, one that came from nowhere. A ship was caught in it, doomed to be dragged to the ocean floor. A comet passed over that night, one that cycled between purple and green. Let's take this one. Oh, and we can see the impact on us. Characteristics. Impress. A beautiful baby boy, you were named Angela, common passed over that night, and we got agility, acuity, and impress. Few saw it, but those that did walked away from their lives to explore the world before them. Content abbreviation for demo. You were born into wealth and status and had all you could wish for, but your parents never had another child and your father was often preoccupied with his work. Your mother distant, sickly and delirious. You heard another mother say, "Of mine, the family steward raised you more than they." It was a lonely child. You are 8 years old, you play with friends from school, two poor boys, eating and flip. Your father disapproved, you play in the graveyard outside the city, nobody goes there without an armored guard. But children do not care for such things. One day there's a rustling coming from some trees, you all freeze, then a stone whizzes out of the green and hits you on the head. You stare in disbelief, a slow trickle of blood running down your face, partially blocking sight from your left. The least part, your cousin Lucas, 10 years your senior, step out. You scan the tree line and spot Sophia, a girl you recognize from school. A group of other children from the city emerge from the tree line. You recognize the leader, a boy named Willard. Girl you recognize from school. She throws another stone at you, but you are ready and avoid it. Stay still, I need you to bleed enough for a ghoul to sniff you out, she calls out. I want to see them hunt. You pick up a stick, and when she next flings a stone, you bat it aside. You'd want to be careful up there, my father says. They hide in trees during the day to grab them foods, looking for a spot of shade. Why would you want to see a ghoul harm me? And anyone. We got Akati. She didn't answer that day, but she did end up becoming your friend. It was many years later when you learn a ghoul had killed her mother, and she wanted to know how she died. In her appearance that gives her away, her mannerism tip you off. Her presence alone is the warning. It's her appearance that gives her away. Investigate. We got a point on investigate. You walk the city walls and the two of you take in the view. The sea to the west, the hills to the south, the forest to the east and north and beyond the northern tree line. Your protest, she cries. When she stops crying, she doesn't remember where you are, how you got there. A watchman brings you home. There your father glares at you, angry that you upset your mother, angry at your non-compliance. Hoffman brings you to your room to help you put your new clothes and books and toys into your new trunk. That she loves you, that this is for the best. A few days later, your carriage rides out of town. In your children's story, events like this happen on rainy days, but today's sunny and clear sky. How do you feel as you are taken away? I'm angry, feeling unwanted and tossed away. I hurt a deep wound of betrayal. My parents are supposed to look after me, not discard me. I don't understand what I did wrong for them to send me away like this. I wonder, will I ever understand? I think that this is a normal feeling. Years pass more quickly than you might have expected. Winter's first snow falls lightly outside. You watch from your dorm and reflect on your time there. This year was hard on you. You started many fights, you ended many too. You are thankful for the library here, books you took to this new life, quickly making new friends. You kill the time by dreaming up schemes and enacting. You direct your energy toward physical activity and during the running. You've befriended some of your unsavory children. You have befriended. Your schooling is done now. In the end, you decide to continue with the education. Ultimately, you decide to follow in your father's footsteps and join the military. One of your professions said she saw something your spider will see you well in a world of country intrigue. Education. Not sure where this leads, but you wanted a life of experimentation and discovery. You're nearly 2 years into your training now. Let's skip. I did look at you. What reached your month later that Newton has died. It was peaceful. In his sleep and said to be a natural complication in line with his degradation health. A few days later, a letter arrived telling you that civil war shorts has broken out in your homeland. A leech, powerful undead soldiers began raising the dead and marches on the capital. You spend next year following things. Many times you think of your terrible meeting with Newton. Your training complete, you land in your first post, you secure a teaching position in the newly founded area of Camerino, in Italy. An archaeological dig in Ercolanum hires you to help with the excavation. You work in a laboratory now. Archaeological in Ercolanum, you know, it's really near my home, Ercolano. Investigate. I don't care, there is money to be made of this, and I do what I can to maximize our profit. I cannot believe it's been treated like this. I help as little as possible, lying to them about the value of item. I hope to come back someday with a real team and probably excavate this place. I have no constitution at all. When you learned of your father's death, you were resting in your home on a date at work. You're almost home. Home to see my mother, to support her in the terrible, home to bury a man I never really knew and now never would. Home to reclaim my life, here, now that the man who sent me away is dead. Home to see my mother, to support her in this terrible time. One hour from North Gate of Moms, and there was a young woman accosted by two brigands. My coachman called to me. Should we stop, sir? Yes, at once. Our coach pulled and stopped. Is everything okay, my good lady? Is everything okay? Before she could reply, the two men had turned their spears toward me, and my coachman had leaped down with his sword drawn. Okay, let's see the combat. We can zoom in and zoom out and rotate everything. Action. These are the enemies. Below we got the inventory. The card screen. Not bad. We got some slot here. Strength, agility, constitution, mental acuity, knowledge, investigate. Then we got the map unavailable, the journal, spellbook, info, where is us some info about things, afternoon info, demo feedback. And the thing is that held in hand. I only got this shield, this knife. And your turn. Let's move. Is this one move on his own? No. Spear energy to hit, 66% of hitting chance. $72. Ludwig is now back, not seriously injured. Machata Ludwig hit 19s. Oh, one down. The men turned and fled. The fight was not going their way. We're letting them go. Thank you for helping me. I know you. You are Marcella, son of Zeli. She struggled and smiled, willing, strained the garland in her. I knew that she seemed about my age, but I did not recall her face from the past. Who are you? Just a girl from the village yonder. She looks sleepily at me. I was collecting them when they lied at me. My coachman eyed her suspicious but said nothing. Be safe then. Who were those men? Surely my aunt has not become so lawless. Were you not afraid? It was not. Those men are fool. The Coachman Skull. Be safe. I'm sorry, my lord. It was a sad day, and Lord Zelly was a good man. I clean back in my coach. Beware, young Marcello. With Zelly dead, the wolves are circling. House violence may have an important path. We are arriving at home. The carriage came to a sudden stop, which jolted me awake. Perhaps, as best as one could expect given the circumstances, the old man said nothing. If Sir wishes to go inside, I shall follow along with the luggage. I nodded and left him be. Okay, I can move around. Let's see. Things here and there. This is the map. We are here. We got different places you cannot fast travel here. This is the journal. Before anything else, I need to talk to Albert and my mother and learn what I can about my father's death. Homecoming. I did not have any vessel in my hand to feel. I can inspect things here and there. The boat. It was just as I remember. Where is the rest of this armor? I should ask Albraid. Can go up, everything here, lots of things with this icon. Dear son, I was unconscionable. Are all letters from... My mother looked to be Albraid. It is time for dinner. I think a dozen of... I'm home for father's burial. Mother, it's me, Marcello. Was... Oh, my baby has returned. Your father will be so glad to see you. Your father, I'm home for father. Decided it was the best to leave her to rest. Your father is dead? Albraid. I saw my mother. She doesn't seem... Albraid, your letter didn't mention how my father died. Shall look for him, and he must not have wanted the question. Forgive the herbalist. The herbalist? Does this place have a doctors? Why the herbalist? Why not a surgeon? I'm afraid do not know why. He is a learned man, I suppose. Drunk? In a bush? Yes, some broken bottles were found scattered around him. With the funeral, I've not had time to tidy the area. Who found him? The groundskeeper found him as he began his morning chores. Prosecution base left for now, but in brief, with your father's passing, the family financial affairs are in flux. I saw my mother. She doesn't see what's the news of her funeral plans. I decided to bid him farewell and go on with my day. You can double click to run. Oh, we can even run. Nice. Okay guys, I want to stop here because the demo is available and you can try it by yourself. We will surely get back to the game in the future for future builds. Now it's time to hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and also consider supporting me through all my pages. Wish you the best. Ciao!